Mr. Gatsby will be very happy that you've called.
Oh, well, hello, old sport. If I knew you guys were going to be coming so quickly, I would have cleaned up, but I was just taking a swim in my nice pond in the river, you know?
Oh, well, that's all right, Mr. Gatsby. It's nice to finally meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too.
So, Mr. Gats, what are your feelings towards Tom and Daisy?
Well, I will always have a special place in my heart for Daisy. But Tom is a manipulative, arrogant, and elitist brute. He's abusive and has brainwashed Daisy into staying with him. Tom is one of the most evil men I've ever met in my life. He manipulated George Wilson into trying to kill me. George Wilson was a respectable man, a business owner, and he convinced him that I was the evil and sent him out to kill me. I truly cannot think of a more evil man I've met in my worldly travels.
That's an interesting perspective you got there, Mr. Gats.
Well, thank you.
So, Mr. Gats, I've been wondering, how did you accumulate such a big fortune?
Well, despite being raised very poor in Minnesota, I was able to become the supplier of some goods for Mr. Wolfshire's drugstores.
What goods did you supply exactly?
Well, I imported some liquors from connections I made out in Europe. Now, many may judge this, seeing as alcohol is illegal, but many of them may also drink still. And you know, this country was built on ambitious businessmen and distributing goods, not restricting people's freedoms. I needed to make some money very quickly, too, to impress Daisy because she was in such a toxic relationship with Tom and I could not see it go on.
Sounds like an honorable profession, and it seems like you had good intentions.
Thank you very much, old sport.
How do you feel about the rich and lavish lifestyle of New York City, especially considering your humble beginnings?
Well, old sport, I think that the money and all of that is very nice, but it's all for nothing, if you don't have someone to spend it with. I could take or leave the parties. All I really did with them was to impress Daisy.
Very interesting. On the topic of Daisy, it is known that she left for Louisville with Tom. What are your feelings towards her knowing this?
Well, I don't think my feelings have changed at all. She will always be my woman, and I can never blame her for being manipulated by someone much more powerful than her, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's very surprising to hear, Mr. Gatsby.
Of course, old sport.
Well, unfortunately, that's all I have for questions today. I'm sure you have something better to do anyways.
Yeah, I believe there's another interviewer coming here from your company with to meet with my good friend Nick. So I will be out. It seems like Nick's coming right now, so I'm gonna go greet him, and I'll see you later. It's been very nice meeting with you today,
It was
old
an honor
sport.
talking to you.
It was a good honor, sir.
Yep.
Good honor, sir. Well, hello, old sport.
Hello, Gatsby.
It's been a long time, no see.
Yes, it has.
It's great to finally meet you again.
How was your interview?
It was a good interview, you know. They're nice guys, definitely. Nice.
Well, I'll be seeing you later, old
I'll be
sport.
seeing you later. I would love to stay and talk or watch your interview, but I think I have some plans out in the city over there, so I must be going now.
All right.
See you, old sport.
I'll see you later.
Hello, Mr. Caraway. How are you
Oh,
today?
how are you?
Want to have a few chats about life?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
All right, let's have a seat. So, Mr. Caraway, what are your feelings towards Tom and Daisy?
Tom and Daisy, they're reckless people. They're rich, and all they do is care about themselves. They go around the city ruining the lives of innocent people and causing intense emotional stress to them. But in the end, they always get away without having to pay any consequences.
Interesting. Since you have such a strong opinion about these two, is there any sort of reasoning of why you think they act like that?
Well, the reasoning is, they're careless people. They're reckless, they're arrogant, and they feel entitled because of their wealth. They feel like they can do whatever they want and still get away with it without having to pay anything for it.
Interesting concept you have.
Hate them.
So I've noticed that you've cut ties with Jordan Baker. What happened towards the end of your relationship?
Well, you see, we simply became busier people. After the whole drama between Gatsby, Tom, and Daisy, I realized that they were all reckless people. But then after talking to Jordan Baker afterwards, I realized that she too is reckless. I noticed that she'd become engaged with someone in Louisville, and after that we cut off contact and we went our separate ways.
So, because you stated this, do you see any correlation between wealth and evil?
Well, yes, but I think it's only between the old money. See, for example, Gatsby. Gatsby was born humble. He was born poor in Minnesota. But he made his fortune, and he's still a great man. But Tom, on the other hand, he was born with this money, and it corrupted him his entire life. I hate him.
So, what are your opinions about your friend Gatsby's criminal activities, such as his bootleg business?
Well, I do think crime is wrong. I think Gatsby's intentions are right. He's loved Daisy from the moment he met her, and he really needed to make a fortune in order to impress her through these lavish parties for her.
I couldn't agree more. So my associate asked Gatsby the same question, but how do you feel about the rich, lavish lifestyle in New York, since you came from the Midwest?
Well, you see, the money really corrupts people. It's haunted me ever since I got here. Ever since I got involved in this drama, which led to one of my best friend's deaths. I had to get out of here, and I'm never going back. I hate it.
Why do you believe that Mr. Gatsby was shown no respect after getting shot by Mr. Wilson?
Well, you see, Tom and Daisy are very careless people. They didn't want to get involved in anything. They didn't want to get involved in the Myrtle case, and after Gatsby was shot, they showed him no respect at all. And afterwards, they just left for Louisville. I hate them.
Well, I'm afraid I'm out of questions for you today.
Okay. I have to go catch up with Gatsby.
Okay, perfect. I'll see you around.
I'll see you around as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how was the interview, old sport?
It was a great time.
Really?
How was yours?
Well, mine was pretty decent, old sport. I had a good time. It was nice to talk. It was great catching up with you, old sport.